Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the week ahead analysis. We're going to go over the strength and weakness and what's going to potentially happen going into this week. Now, we've actually seen quite a few significant changes to the strength and weakness chart. The only thing is that we need to kind of break this down and kind of look at the charts as well to kind of see where we could be focusing some attention, because last week we very much was focusing on the potential for the US dollar strength to start to reverse, as well as the Aussie weakness starting to reverse, and it's shown that last week we were right to kind of look at that in the end, because the dollar did start to weaken significantly, and the Australian dollar has actually gained a little bit of strength. And we were looking at Aussie US dollar at the end of the week, talking about what we needed to see two closes below the low, and that hasn't formed. So the reversal for Aussie US dollar could actually be one to watch going into this week, and we'll go break down that market again. But for me, one to watch really is the yen strength as well as the dollar weakness, and the reason being is because the yen has been actually strengthening for some time, but we just haven't actually seen it come through until last week, and there was a little bit of divergence between the fact that it was strengthening and then it dropped through. Now, I only like it really against the dollar at the moment, and maybe the Canadian dollar, because the Canadian dollar was one of the biggest losers last week, and the dollar is losing strength. I like that as well because seasonally the dollar usually falls through the month of July and usually has a poor performing month. So I think that's where we need to focus some attention going into this week. I'm pretty much going to ignore the fact that euro and pound have been falling against the likes of the dollar, because the dollar is the weaker currency for me, and I want to be trading that dollar potential weakness. So first of all, let's go take a quick look at euro US dollar, because price came down into the key 118 level and has reacted from that point. And what we've actually got here, which is very interesting, is the fact that the market is closing back within the previous candlestick ranges. And what I mean by that is, if I highlight the past 3 weeks candles, they have all closed back within each other's range between the high and the low. Every single time it may have broken out, but closes back within the previous candlestick range. This candle breaks out, closes back within the previous candlestick range. Usually when we get these type of candlesticks forming, it can lead to a momentum move, and if price is at support and the dollar is weakening, we could anticipate a breakout up towards 1.2. Now, one thing that I quite like the look of is, because the weekly could be potentially bullish, the daily time frame could offer a reversal pattern, and we can see here that price has formed a false breakout of this previous structure low. So what we could look for, number one, is either a higher low to come into play and we get an inverse head and shoulders pattern where we can then start looking for long opportunities. Alternatively, if price breaks above that last swing high around about 119, we can then continue to look for longs as well. Moving on to dollar yen then, because dollar yen came up into these previous structure highs up in here, and also it's kind of formed a low ranging candlestick back within the previous candle's range, and then we saw this significant move to the downside. Now, if I actually go look at a daily time frame, this looks pretty good, because we almost had this really sort of long trend line sort of situation, or at least like a really long sort of channel through here that price was trading through, and now we've broken through it and we have two successful closes below these swing lows up here. So what that suggests to me is that the yen could be gaining strength. Now, if the dollar is going to potentially lose strength, I want to watch for potential short opportunities from the previous areas of support and resistance. And we can look at maybe 110.40, those previous lows, to act as resistance. What I'd really want to see is some low ranging candlesticks before getting short on that market though. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well, but dollar yen could be one to watch. Finally, I'm going to go on Aussie US dollar, because we spoke about the potential to trade this long and short last week. We actually went long early in the week and then short later that week. And what we wanted to see, like I said before, was 2 closes below this swing low. We had 1 successful close and then we had a failure. Now, usually that means that the price is making a false breakout pattern and that we could see another return back up into the 0.76, where we've seen a lot of selling pressure come from the market recently. So this could be really one to watch. I expect maybe a bit of a run up and then a pullback, and then maybe again like the inverse head and shoulders pattern to form. But you know, Aussie US dollar still could be another good chart to watch going into this week. Thanks for watching this week ahead analysis. Really appreciate the support on the channel. Has been great recently, so if you could give us a thumbs up for the video, that would really help us, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section below as well. And I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll speak to you guys very soon.